Afrique, et malheureusement Afrique sans fric. Oh, naso idée, naso idée, yendenika. Mais oui, c'est comme ça. Eh oui.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Now You Know Podcast, powered by Stuck in the Middle. Yes, shout out to our friends Stuck in the Middle for giving us this platform to express ourselves.
Hey,
My name is
Shout out to Stuck in the
Blessing,
Middle.
aka the Bafoot Boy, and I'll be one of your hosts tonight. Alongside me, I have Beona, aka Beonino. I have Aristide, aka Aristino, and we have a special guest today, but we'll bring that later up. How you guys doing?
Man, I'm doing great. You know, I hear the way you said Bafoot Boy. The only Bafoot Boy that doesn't eat that chew.
I'm telling you, very useless Bafu boy.
But I found
Yeah.
it. What's your problem?
Found
Yeah.
your chief for your guests. Yeah, very nice.
That
man.
works. That works, man.
But no,
But I'm good, man.
I'm good
Yeah,
too.
I'm good. You know,
Yo.
I'm excited.
I went outside for like 5 minutes to throw trash. Why?
Yeah,
I heat there. Different level.
yeah. The heat over the past couple of days has been crazy, man.
Now that can't hit with the talk, so this one will make man crazy.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
telling you.
So you
I
guys
just
are having a
simply
good
home.
week so far?
Yeah, so far so good.
So far, so good, indeed. Yeah.
All right. Well, so as you guys know, it's been a tough, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, whatever it is. This
Man.
whole COVID-19 thing, man, what do you guys make of it?
That question like that. But I'll let you go, man. I'll let you go, bro.
Okay, let me start. COVID-19, coronavirus, pandemic, life-changing thing. I don't know. I don't know where to start.
First of all, where did it come from?
That's a good question. You know,
Let's ask our Trump, man. He tell you straight up. China.
the Chinese virus.
Yeah,
But
But, man.
as far as the virus goes, you know, been working from home. You know, everything is different routine. You know, the gym just opened back up, which kind of added some
Nice.
bringing back some, you know, your normal routines. But I mean, regardless of all that, though, I mean, it's challenging time for everybody, especially in countries where they don't have access to tests, access to, you know, the facilities, stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm sitting here talking about it. There are people who are dealing with this virus every day. So, I know it's probably tougher for them.
Right. Aristide, what do you make of this thing, man?
Man, it's been
Put some
it's
light
been a
on
crazy.
this.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of months, right? I don't think any of us has ever been through something like this. Or I don't know, maybe I'm just too young.
Young man,
But
young man.
I've personally never been through something like this, so it's been really interesting, you know. And obviously, I'm very fortunate that over this period of time, there's been a lot of people who haven't been able to work, you know, have a means of income or whatever. So I'm very fortunate that I've been able to have that opportunity to work from home, like many other people. But obviously, a huge number of people in America and around the world have not been able to do that. So, like Bell said, you know, things are slowly getting back to normal. My gym just opened up, but I haven't gone because I'm still lazy.
We know.
So it's not small. So, you know, not small, but hopefully just getting back to how normal operations. But so far, you know, it's been a crazy experience. You know, I've not been through something like this. It's definitely going to be one to tell the kids and grandkids about. But thankfully, all man be healthy and safe from my side. So we thank God.
Please don't blame Corona for you not going to the gym, because pre-Corona you did not go to the gym. We all know that. So Bell, how has this impacted you personally? I mean, has it been positive, negative? I mean, like, how has it been for you?
One positive thing I can say is the fact that my car has been home. I have to drive a lot of miles going to
Yep.
work, you know, because my job is about 40 miles from where I live.
Yeah.
So that's one positive. Another positive thing is I'm home. You know, I can sleep longer. I can get up, make breakfast, and then work from home. So I don't have to go anywhere. I just stay home, mind my business. But at the same time, you know, my parents they work in the health field. You know,
Essential workers.
essential workers. So they
So
are
that's
dealing with that every day. So when they come home, I'm just like, 6 feet, please. Stay over there,
I
stay
can
over,
relate.
stay over there. Yeah.
I can relate. So, Aristide, for you, I mean, has there been any major plans of yours that have been canceled or postponed?
No, not really. I never really had major plans during this time. I never, but obviously, as far as like daily activities, that's changed. But like Bell said, I'm happy I don't have to be driving to work every day. That's saving me a few mileages on my car, saving me some gas money as well. I've been sleeping longer, feeling, more energized. And I feel like I just get more work done when I'm home.
Actually, I
I'm in my own
don't. I'm
space.
opposite.
Really?
Yeah. I'm lazy
No,
at home.
man. No, this is what I do. Like, I just pick that one day during
Yo.
the week, and I
Yeah,
just get everything done because, like, I'm in my own space. I feel
that's true.
comfortable enough. Because there's sometimes I usually just go to work just to look busy myself. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's been good for me. Like, I just stay home. Get what I need to get done. I can get online anytime and finish up whatever I need to finish up. And I have that freedom, basically, that freedom to do, just be myself in my own environment, my own space. So
Right,
I'm
right.
thankful for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as things changing, socially, man's can go outside and turn up like they want to.
The
But
doctor.
but it is what it is.
It is what it is. I feel like when you're at work, you feel pressured to like get stuff done because maybe you have your boss. So, my thought
Yeah.
is when you're at home, you're more relaxed and you probably don't get more stuff done. I guess it's different for everybody.
Exactly.
But also, I
Exactly.
also say ever since I started working from home, it felt like the workload was more.
Yes.
Maybe that's
Yes.
because I just let it get to me. Like
Nah,
maybe
for
I hope
me,
my
right?
boss don't see the
Nah,
video.
for me, like before I bought a second monitor, I had just my
Yeah,
laptop. So what would take
desktop.
me 10 minutes to do in the office would take me a whole hour to do because it's one screen. So I'm
Yeah.
flipping through 5 different screens to get the data
Mm,
and input it. But now that I got a
yeah.
second monitor, it's easier, right?
Makes life so much easier.
Makes life so much
Definitely.
easier. But
Yeah.
I still prefer going into the office because when I sit in the office, there's
You
no
get that
distraction.
focus.
See, I'm
Oh,
home. I
okay.
just turn backward. There's a fridge there. I look to my left.
Yeah.
There's a TV. I got, you know.
But me, see, I work the opposite way. I mean, I understand what you mean. When you're at work, you feel focused. Everybody's focused doing their thing. But me, I just want to feel like, I'm free. If I'm working, I just want to grab some meat inside the pot or something. Just grab it. I come back.
You don't cook, but you want to grab meat from the
Yeah.
pot.
I'm telling you. Who's
You know,
Cavaliers?
who's Cavaliers? But anyway, shout
let
out
me
to
make
Shout
sure.
myself.
out to Sandrine, man. Shout out to
Let me
Sandrine.
let me make sure I tell your bosses to to listen to this episode.
No, man. As long as the work gets done, it's
That's
all
what that
good.
matters. Meet your deadline.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter when you do it. Even if it's a 9,
Right.
10 minute. You're good.
Right.
So I imagine you guys still have to get out of the house to like get groceries and stuff. Maybe
Yeah.
gas for when you actually have to go into work. Like Belle, I know you have to go into work 2 days a week. So are you guys staying safe when you go out? And how are you staying
Uh
safe?
Definitely, definitely. Stores still have you have to wear your mask before you get into the store.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely do that. But for me is I get out of the house, I get in my car, I put on my mask, go in the store, come back, mask on, mask off when I get in the car, back home, mask off. So it's so pretty much that's the routine. So but if I'm going, I don't know, if I'm going somewhere else, maybe to the gym. I like the gym. There are people in the
Yeah. How's
gym
the
who are
gym
there are
been?
people in the gym who are running on the treadmill with their mask on. I'm like, are you for
Wow.
serious?
I mean, ever since for you, Bill, ever since the gym opened up, how does it look though? Are people like going in slowly, or is it just like
uh, people are
bare
people
people?
people are going in. People are definitely going in, but it's not the usual crowd because normally Monday that's
Yeah.
chest day because Monday is everybody doing chest on Monday. So
Yeah.
right now it's limited. Some machines are not available. So
Oh,
there's only
really?
yeah, some
Oh,
machines are
okay.
not available. Like the machines are like next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or they
so
like close them out to like give you
yeah, so
space. Oh,
basically,
cool.
so basically, like the treadmills is basically every other treadmill is available to use.
6 feet either way.
Yeah, it's 6 feet either way. So,
Wow.
but no, I mean, as long as you come to the gym because they have like cleaning stations. They have hand sanitizers. So basically, it's there.
Nice.
You use it. So I think what they're saying is if you're not on a machine, you have your mask on.
Mm.
Okay, man, that sounds good. But for me, I think I think I pretty much I try not to go out as much as I can, and I don't. So if I go out to get groceries like this morning, I just put on my mask and head on out. And thankfully, the grocery store is not too far from where I'm at, so I just get on out, put on my mask, and have my hand sanitizer in the car, and boom, we're good.
Good, good, good. I'm very
Apart from
thankful. I'm
apart
very
from the blood
thankful
of
for you
Jesus
guys.
covers us.
I know. Hide your face
Yeah.
from the enemies.
Yes.
No, I mean I'm very thankful and glad that you guys are actually, taking measures in being safe. Like they said, keeping safe is not just for you, but it's for everybody else
That
around
is
you.
true.
Word.
So,
I mean, I have to ask though, I haven't heard anything about Kansas and coronavirus. What's up? Is it just corn fields that is there?
It's
Is
not
it like
there.
diseases don't touch
They
people
haven't
down there or how?
They haven't received any funding because they have no confirmed cases.
Ah,
maybe that's because they
okay.
haven't tested. Kansas people think they're immortal, man. But I mean, working in the health field, I take it very seriously, and I have to take the precautions and being safe, especially working with older people. I have to be very careful, and I try to stay at home as much as I can. I mean, ever since the coronavirus started, I had run away from the gym like 3 weeks before it even became serious, and ever since then I haven't returned to the gym. So I'm definitely staying safe on that part.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Me and you, bro.
please go to the gym. Don't use it as an excuse, because as I don't go to the gym, I still work out, but I haven't seen you work out.
I haven't seen
Look,
either.
bro,
I haven't seen either.
That walk from my room to the fridge, you know how many times I take that walk? Bro,
Get those steps in.
come on, man.
Get your steps in, man. Get your
Yes,
steps
sir.
in.
Yeah.
Very
Anyways,
important.
what do you guys think? Let's introduce our guests. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's definitely do that.
All right.
She's been warming the sun.
I'm telling you. Our guest, hey guys, like I'm extremely excited to have our guest on today. Our guest is the queen. When I say she's the queen, the queen.
She the way crown. She the way crown.
Our guest for today goes by the name of Lena Dandy. Let me tell you a little bit about Lena. Lena is a certified nurse aide. She works in the hospital and also at a senior living facility. She currently attends Rowan, where she's pursuing a nursing degree, which she'll be done next year. So we have a nurse in the making.
Hey.
Wait. I'm not done.
Sorry, sir.
Mommy.
Her favorite author. Please help me with this name. Zora Hurston.
Oh, Zora Neale.
My American accent is coming out. Please.
It's coming. Rap that thing, pa.
Zora Hurston. And then one fun fact about Lena is she enjoys sunsets, and I know we have somebody here who enjoys sunsets just as much, and that person is Del Nino. Anyways, Lena, welcome. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you for the beautiful introduction.
I try.
So, you guys.
How are you all doing?
Oh, we're doing great.
We are doing all right.
I cannot complain.
You cannot can.
You cannot can. Anyways, Lena, how has the past few months been like for you, man? Especially working in the hospital.
It's been bittersweet for the most part. Bitter because I do live in a household where I have an infant and I live with my parents and my grandmother, who are all, closest to the age that I guess you can say is more likely to contract the virus.
Mm-hmm.
So working with healthcare and senior citizens as well, I kind of have to be very cautious about how I guess, health-wise,
Right.
and my safety, always washing my hands, and it's I guess nerve-wracking, but it's been doable for the most part. I'm just a little nervous now that everything is opening up, how everyone's going to react with the situation, and having to go to work with now families are allowed to visit again, so it's kind of a nerve-wracking. I'm a little anxious about what's to come with this.
Right. I mean, you mentioned washing hands. I feel like I have never washed my hands so much in my life
So
until right
right.
now. Man.
You know, working in healthcare, you're washing your hands, but I don't feel like I've ever washed my hands this often.
Same here. Same here.
Wow.
So what do you have to say about those people who think that the coronavirus is not real?
I won't lie. At the very beginning, I kind of was saying the same thing. Like, I don't know why everyone's getting so hype over this. It's not that serious. And I remember one instance when I went into work. We were corona free for a very long time. So we were still very cautious about what we were doing, but we weren't really like anticipating anything hazardous happening. So I was saying, yeah, no, nothing's gonna happen. I don't know why you guys are so worried. There's nothing to be, to freak out about. Until I went into work one day and a patient of mine contracted the virus, and then I believe 2 days later, the whole unit had it, and we lost a patient unfortunately due to coronavirus. So once that happened, it kind of set into me like, whoa, this is very serious, because I saw this patient was very, very healthy a week before, and then a couple of days later were so frail and was unable to even sit up by themselves or cough without a machine, had no visitors, was basically dying alone. And I think the biggest awakening was when I went into her room one night and she was just crying. She was just so upset, like, I can't have my family with me. You're the only one I get to see all the time. No one can come in my room. I just feel alone. I just want to die. And hearing that from someone who was so lively a week before is heartbreaking. So that's when my eyes kind of opened, like, this is something serious. It's not anything to be funny, joking about.
Right.
So I caution anyone who thinks that, it's a joke. It's not, even though it's not serious for most people who have good immune systems that can recover from disease, viruses and stuff like that. But for those who have frail immune systems, it's very dangerous. So I think we should be cautious, not only for us, like you said earlier, not only for us, but for other people too.
Right. I definitely commend you for the work you're doing. I'm a nurse as well, so I can relate. So a question for you though. So have there been any patients that have asked you, like working with old people, sometimes they don't know, they're not quite aware of what's going on. Have there been any patients that have asked you like why you're wearing a mask, and how did you answer that to them? Like, I mean, because like sometimes you don't want to scare them. So how did you answer that?
Like I was talking about my patient who just recently passed away. In the very beginning, like I said, she was very lively. So her seeing us constantly with masks and only one aide to come into her room all the time, she was very curious. She had all these questions, and my simple and very plain response was that, I'm doing this for you, just to make sure you're healthy, because you don't know where I've been. So I don't want to walk in here without a mask. And even if I'm not sick, I could carry it and cough on you, and you could get sick. So it's for you more than it is for me.
Right. Yeah, because it was kind of hard for me to answer that question, because I didn't want to like scare them and tell them like, oh, there's a virus, and then
they
start freaking out, and then it's like, oh my goodness,
exactly.
What have I done? Yeah. So I mean, it's not been easy, anyways. So guys, you guys are hearing, right? Belna, it's real.
It's very real. For me, my brother works. He works at Johns Hopkins Hospital. So from the very beginning, I knew like, okay, this is real, because this is somebody who is witnessing this firsthand, even though he's not directly in contact with COVID patients. But so from what he was telling me, I just knew that, okay, this is actually something that is really, really very real. So yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. So keep washing your hands. Wash your filthy hands. Bernard, I hope you're hearing. Wash your filthy hands. So anyways, that brings us to our very first segment, which is our African proverb of the day.
Ooh.
Today's African proverb is, are you listening?
Yeah.
Leading a race does not mean that you will win it. This proverb is from Zambia. Do I need to repeat that?
Please.
Please do. Please.
Leading a race does not mean that you will win it. Aristino.
So you're telling me that? Hold on.
Uh-huh.
So you're telling me that if I am running my race and I'm in first place, there's a chance that the person behind me will come and catch me.
That's what I'm saying.
It sounds crazy, right?
The person who that proverb came from couldn't run fast.
I think the person was in second place when he wrote that proverb.
Yeah, he quickly realized that, okay, this is about to be me.
Yep.
But that's great though, because everybody has their own path. Somebody might look like they're doing their thing, winning. Obviously, winning is great. You don't want to see anybody like fall or lose or not win.
Right.
But sometimes it would make you think, wow, am I really winning? But
Right.
It's a perspective thing. So you get your chance.
Yes, sir. Moving on, man. This has really been a tough few months. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you guys. Obviously, essential workers, helping us out in fighting the wars in the front lines, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys.
Without you guys, I would not be home clicking buttons on my computer. So
exactly.
Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you guys.
Because
I see how bad coronavirus is on hospitals, because a lot of hospitals make money from surgeries, and now they have to cancel or postpone all these surgeries because I think 2 months ago I was looking at the numbers for my job. I wouldn't say where I work, but the profit margin was so bad. I had to ask my boss, like, is this real? And she said yes. So that goes to show you that the virus is real. It definitely is real, because a lot of companies
taking a toll.
A lot of companies are feeling the hurt. Big companies might survive, but the smaller health systems, they might have to lay some people off. They might have to cut, cost somewhere else, just to make ends meet. So it's definitely real, people. It's definitely real.
Yeah, most definitely.
Also, so if you will, I had a quick question for, I don't know if this would probably apply to you as well, but for Miss Lena. So as you said earlier, you obviously have an infant son, right? So for you, working in the health field and, coming across patients who are COVID-19 patients or coronavirus patients, how is there like a routine that you have when you get home to, like, I guess sanitize yourself, or how do you work that, knowing that you have a young son or a grandmom at home with you? How do you do that? Because I know for me, my aunts, initially when she gets her meal, she'll sanitize it. So
everybody sanitize.
She has the whole routine. Everybody says, she sanitize everything. So for you, what is your routine like?
Yeah, my number one thing is I'm lucky enough that my schedule is very flexible. But my number one thing is I do schedule my way around when I don't have my son, because his father and I, we co-parent, so he has him on the weekends. So I make sure that I do my working schedule on the weekends. But when he is with me and I do have to work, unfortunately, and when I come home, before I even come home, once I leave the facility, I take off my shoes and my scrub top. That's why you see me in this tank top right now. Mm-hmm. And I leave it in my trunk, and I have like my sandals or whatever else in there too. So once I get home, I leave my shoes outside and I go directly into the shower, take a shower, and I stay in my room by myself for about, I think 4 hours, a little bit, just to self-quarantine. I know it's not much, but to be alone for a little bit and drink hot tea, just to clear my respiratory system is what I do. And then that's it for the most part.
Nice. Okay. All right. Sounds great. Well,
no hugging. No hugging.
Yeah, no hugging. No hugging. At least for an hour.
Yeah, no contact.
Cool. Hey, it works,
Yeah. Luckily for me, when I get back, because I get up at 6 a.m, because I work night shift. So when I get back and come back home, my nieces my niece and nephew are still sleeping. So I just run into my room, change, and shower.
Nice.
I'm a brand new person before they even wake up. So
That's great.
nice. Anyways, like I was saying, not only has there been corona, but there has been a little bit more going on, especially in America, with all the police brutality and protesting and all of that stuff. I mean,
Just a little bit more, a little bit.
It's small, a teeny bit.
A small tiny bit.
Couldn't get any worse.
they couldn't, just like when we feel like we're gonna catch a break,
I know.
something else comes up.
Another one.
Your thought.
And I feel like this wouldn't have been. It's actually, people would think it's not a perfect time, but somehow it feels like it was the perfect timing for people to come together and protest, because this time a lot of people are home, a lot of people are not working, so it was also in some sense a good time to like rally everybody, even though it was a little bit sketchy because there was a pandemic going out, so it was it's definitely crazy. Crazy times, man. Crazy.
Talking about protests, our guest here, Lena, she actually organized a peaceful walk on May 31st. Correct me if I'm wrong. May 31st in Philadelphia. Is that right?
Yes.
So what pushed you? What motivated you to do something so powerful?
I guess honestly, it wasn't really much of. I was so tired. I feel like a lot of Black people nowadays are just very tired of everything that's been going on, especially to Black people and minorities in general. Mm-hmm. But what hurt me the most was for George Floyd. As a mom, when I see my son, I just see myself, and I just see all the happiness and joy that comes along with being a mother and seeing him grow and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So when I saw that George Floyd his life was being taken away from him, and the last thing he said was his mother's name, calling out to his mom, it really broke my heart, because it made me so emotional to think that if that were my son and he was calling out my name, I would wish that would be me instead. And right. I know his mother is passed away, but I feel like I feel her pain. And once that kind of triggered me, I was just like, what can I do? With everything that's going on, I'm such a small person, but what can I do? And I just figured, like, why don't we just do a peaceful walk? We saw the riots a day before, and we saw how everyone was reacting to them, how people were saying it was so negative, but people are tired. And I figured, okay, let's just do something peaceful. It may be small, but for me, I'll be walking in solidarity. Even if I was doing it by myself, I'd be walking not only for just George Floyd, but for his mother, and for his family, and for his daughter, right. And his and everyone who was in relation to him. So I just posted it online, just talking basically. And a friend of mine messaged me back, because he's just like, why don't you just do it? Right. And I said, are you sure? Would you go if I do it? He said, I would go with you. So I said, okay, well, I'll post it on my Instagram. If you can share it too. The next thing I know, people were like messaging me, like, are you organizing this? I'd like to go. Where are you going to be? And I said, okay, we can walk from the beginning of Benjamin Franklin Bridge in Camden, New Jersey to the Liberty Bell. And when we first got there that day, a friend of mine secretly had arranged for like police officers to help us, to walk with us. Oh. So to make sure that we weren't going to be encountered by any other riots and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So they would walk with us across the bridge. But the minute that we got there, the governor had ordered for the bridge to be shut down. Ooh. So it was kind of discouraging, but they told us that we could go to Walt Whitman. So on our drive to Walt Whitman, we found out that Walt Whitman was shut down as well. So we ended up taking the train out to Philadelphia and walking into, I guess, City Hall area, and we just see a crowd of people already there protesting peacefully. A lot of protesters like talking, I guess, encouraging each other. It was moving, very moving.
Awesome. So I mean, it's great that when you bring up something like that, people are supporting you. But I have to ask, so coming from an African background, there are always people who question your decision. So did you you got positive reactions from people? Did you get any negative reactions?
Oh yeah, definitely, especially from African parents.
Yeah.
I guess they don't really want to be included in this war, but we have to be. It's not that we have to include ourselves, but at the end of the day, wherever we go, white people will always see us as Black first before they see us as African. So I was definitely urged not to go. But I I told them like it would be really stupid of me to organize something and not show up. So
Mhm.
Right.
I just forced myself to go. They weren't pleased. I don't think they spoke to me when I came back. So, but it it was okay. It was for a good cause. Yeah.
Right. I mean, even if they didn't speak to you, but at least deep down inside, you're happy you did it, right? And you're happy people
Yeah.
came out to support you, right?
Definitely.
Oh, right. All right, Lena. I mean, definitely, I'm sure it feels good to do something like that and get positive feedback from people and actually have people come out and join you and walk with you. So talk to me a little bit about the safety part of it. I mean, we're still in the middle of a pandemic, and like, how did you get people to try and be safe during this peaceful walk?
I think it was actually pretty difficult. I think when you have like such a big crowd of people, people kind of forget that we're also going through a pandemic.
Right.
I guess it goes with the adrenaline of being there with having a purpose to do something else. But we did wear masks, and I saw some people wearing gloves too, which was a good idea, especially if you're going to be in public and other people are going to be touching you.
Right.
But as far as keeping a distance, there really wasn't very much of that. But everyone did wear masks, and even when we were walking, people were keeping as much of a distance as they could. So
Mm-hmm.
that was as far as we went with precautions.
Fantastic. So to the police brutality thing, you as a Black mom, right? So how do you feel? How do you feel with this going on? Like, how are you with things, the way things are going on in America, and having to raise a Black kid? Like, what do you tell the kid? How do you bring the kid up? I mean, like, put some light on this for me,
Yeah.
please.
It's kind of hard to say, and I really can't speak on it without really getting emotional, because imagine like growing somebody inside of you and then giving birth to them and raising them, giving them all you have, just to tell them you have to be careful your whole entire life just because you're a guy and you're Black. So you may go outside and have friends who are white. You can go outside and play with them, but you cannot make the same mistakes as them, because your consequences will be more crucial than theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know, because I'm a mom for the first time. So I guess I will just have to just safeguard him for the most part, and I guess shelter him. That's really all that I can do, and it's disappointing to say, because of course, any mom, any parent would want to make sure that their child is secure at all times and make sure that they're safe and nothing's ever going to happen to them. But for a mother who is the mother of a Black boy in America, she can never say that for her child, because he can go out there in the world and people that he calls friends could hurt them just because of the color of his skin.
Right.
So it's really hard to say, honestly.
Right. What do you think is the way forward?
Education.
Right.
For the most part. That's really it. If anybody ever has any other solution, I think education is like the background of it.
Right.
And also for our African counterparts, because a lot of my family think that we're not better, but we're never going to be in the case of African Americans because, their mentality is different from us. But that's not true. I mean, when we go out into the world, we're Black to anybody.
Right.
No one really knows our nationality until they ask. But their treatment towards us, face value, is going to be, oh, you're Black. You're lower than me, so I'm not going to treat you the way I would treat somebody who's white.
Right.
So I think going forward, I think we just have to educate each other that as a Black people, we're capable of being in higher places, and we have to urge ourselves to be in these higher places, because the only change that's ever going to happen is if we're the people making the laws, we're the people securing ourselves, we're the people keeping ourselves safe. So more Black police officers, more Black lawmakers, more Black politicians, more Black doctors, lawyers, all of that. So I think any type of change is going to come with us pushing ourselves into these higher positions of power.
Right.
I have a question. So this is, I guess, this is for Lena, but anybody can answer as well. So there's been a lot of push for, abolishing the police. What do you think about that, and what do you think about it? Obviously, education, is your answer for moving forward. But what do you think about that idea of so-called abolishing the police, quote unquote that?
Um, I do believe in defunding the police because in Philadelphia, there are so many cases where Philadelphia police get so much funding. Meanwhile, Philadelphia schools can't even educate anyone. They can't have decent teachers. They can't afford to pay teachers. They can't afford to keep teachers. They can't afford textbooks. They can't afford computers. I work for a mentoring organization. We mentor young immigrant teenagers, women, girls
Right.
that are in New York. So it's like an immigrant to immigrant type of mentorship. These girls, since coronavirus, had zero access to computers. So their school was going on, online, but they didn't do any schoolwork. They could not do any schoolwork at home because they didn't have access to computers, to basic Wi-Fi like we
Right.
do. Meanwhile, in New York, at the same time, the National Guard was coming in to keep people from being outside. So you ask yourself certain things like this. Okay, so why is money going into protecting, not protecting, but to go into the police force? Well, sure, they do deserve funding of some type, but I think education is a little just as important, if not more.
Right.
So I think that the funding that we do pour into our police to always buy them new cars, new equipment all the time, they do deserve it, sure, like maybe every 5 years and not every year, because these schools need these, they need it really bad. They do. And it's sad to say that there's kids in Philadelphia that can't even get to school and have a proper education just because their schools don't have proper funding. Meanwhile, it's the same police officers that have new gear that are killing them each day. So
Right.
it's kind of like a backwards thing to me. So I definitely do believe into defunding the police, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I can definitely.
I think a lot of people are also getting confused by the term because some people say abolish the police, but it's not abolishing the police. It's funding.
Right.
Just means reallocating the funds. Maybe reducing, if you're going to give them, let's say $1,000, maybe give them $500 or $600,
Right.
and allocating that money somewhere else that might be beneficial for
Right,
the
to other
communities. Right. So
Proper accountants.
fantastic. So for the men in the house, I mean, not only is it hard being a black person in America, but it seems like being a black male is a lot harder. I mean, what do you guys make of this? I mean, have you guys encountered any situations where you felt like you were discriminated by the police, maybe? And how do you cope with this?
In this life, going back to Africa, man. Man, I don't know, man. I feel like I don't think I've personally, hopefully, I never get to have that experience with a police officer or law enforcement to the point where it gets to that point. But obviously, in other parts of my life, socially, I felt certain prejudice or stuff like that because of my skin color. But as far as interactions with the police, man, I hope I don't ever see police in my life, but I beg, But if it's I've never had that experience, but it's definitely real. It's a real experience in America. So, it's just to, keep on the good side of things, even though sometimes that usually doesn't work. It's just sometimes you're the wrong place at the wrong time, things like that. But, fingers crossed, my papa God cover me, I beg. My papa God, man.
PNU boy.
What about you, Bell?
Highly favored. I mean, not much, but one funny thing I can remember is, so I bought a sports car last year. The thing with sports cars, you're basically asking for the cops to pull you over. So normally when the cops pull you over, they're actually for your license and registration.
Right.
Those are two documents. So this one day I was going to work and a cop pulls me over. First question he asks is this your car?
They don't know what is going on. They don't know.
First thing is this your car? I'm like, yes sir, it's my car. Then he goes and he asks his normal question, license and registration. I handed it to him now. I went and checked my record. Everything is spotless. He came back and said, don't speed again, please. I was on my way. But somebody else in that scenario, it could have been worse.
Right.
So, like Aristide said, you just try to not be, at the wrong place at the wrong time, because just because of your skin color, they're gonna target you first. I know we've all seen that video where the FBI guy was profiled, because he matched the description. And they didn't even ask for his ID. They didn't ask anything. They just said, I arrested him. And then when they finally checked his ID and saw that he was an FBI agent, they stood there looking stupid. So, in a different scenario, they could have shot him there.
Yeah.
They could have shot him there. Like the one guy who the cops came into his house and arrested him in his house because a neighbor apparently heard sounds or thought that he was breaking. I mean, how you break into your own house?
Right.
I mean, even if you break into your house, it's your house. You can, if you forget your key somewhere, you can break into it's your house.
And you get the case of the lady Breonna Taylor who was in her home, and you come in there and you just take her life. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy world in America.
And it's crazy you guys bring that up because, I mean, you mentioned try not to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. How, I mean, how do you avoid being at the wrong place in your own house?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you said, more times than not, they're going to target you first because of, what the scene color.
Yeah.
So you might just be where you're supposed to be, but because
you're wearing a hoodie,
God made you to be black, or God said, oh, it was cool, and you decided to wear a hoodie or a mask or whatever, and boom, it's on you, So it's honestly not for prayer. I beg.
I saw this crazy statistic on Stuck in the Middle. They post a lot of good content on their Instagram page. And I saw this post one time that's saying that being a cop requires 600 hours of training, whereas being a barber requires 800 hours of training. Think about that.
I think the hours were a little bit more, but the barber still required more hours.
More hours than I mean I don't remember the exact. But
so man, them would rather care about their hairline now. Man, this is not funny, but look, Bill, I think so I think you said this before because I think I said something to you about this whole training thing, how it's easy to get trained to be a police officer and get all these weapons. And basically what you told me was, some of these guys, it's just that personality and who they are that is shown. It's not even the badge, So just it goes back to what Selena said. It's all about education. If you're ignorant in certain things or certain aspects in life, it doesn't matter what kind of training you have. As long as you get out there, your personality is going to say, you know what, I'm a bigot or I'm this or I'm that. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. But then again, looking back at what you just said, Bill, I don't know what the training to be a police officer, consists of. So it's a crazy thing to think about, and to think about that. I've seen videos of when police officers have been called to to settle a situation with people who are not even violent, who somebody who's having like an emotion, like an attack, you know what I'm saying? And it just escalates into something different. It's like, do they get the necessary like training that they need, or is it just like straight up go for force or escalate situation, because there are different scenarios that police respond to. So it's something to really think about, and hopefully there's going to be some sort of solution in as far as like training for police.
So, I mean, spot on. Lena, question for you. So what do you have to say about the people who, when people protest and saying like Black Lives Matter, what do you have to say to those people who say all lives matter?
There are so many analogies. There's so many analogies going around that make perfect sense, and for some reason I can't think of any of them. But I feel like those people are choosing to just be ignorant to what we're saying, because
Mm-hmm.
it's really not that difficult to understand. It's not like we're saying your life doesn't matter because you're white.
Right.
You know, of course you matter. You're here for a reason because you matter enough to your parents or whoever to put you on this earth.
Right.
But for some reason, you're failing to understand that we are Black people, and because of the color of our skin, other people are choosing to kill us
Mm-hmm.
and to like demean us and to make us feel like we are nothing. So our lives at this very moment matter to us most than anybody else right now, because nobody else is out here trying to protect us, or nobody is trying to speak out for us. We are the only people that can speak out for ourselves. So our lives matter. We can only speak for our lives, because
Mm-hmm.
yours seems to be perfectly fine. Nobody is kneeling on your neck for over 6 seconds or over 6 minutes. Nobody is shooting you in your home for an accidental, I guess, mistake for an address. No one is. It's just shooting you because you're Black. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's happening to us. So Black lives are very much at stake right now, and I feel like anyone should really just be more understanding to that, and just not choose to be ignorant and say that all lives matter. Of course your life matters, but ours is very delicate at the very moment.
Right.
So
Right.
for Lena, you said analogy. Let me just drop one. You probably remember this one. Somebody said, "All lives do not matter unless Black lives matter."
I
You know
heard
what I
that
Yep,
mean?
one.
So
that's
that's
it.
one.
That's one of them for sure.
Until our
Yeah.
lives matter, the rest can wait.
Yep.
So, because I
Yep.
feel like I mean, just to piggyback on what you said, Aristide, I feel like, nobody ever says all lives matter. You don't hear people just walking around saying all lives matter. But once people have said Black lives matter,
That's
Mhm.
when people now.
that's when people come up now to
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
oh, every life matters.
Yeah.
And
So
then
this is
some,
And that's not even
Alas.
and that's not even the deal. It's not like Nina said, it's not like we're saying your life doesn't matter. It's like at this point in time, this
Mhm.
specific group of people are going through this thing. So we want to speak up and say, you know what, our lives matter as well. You know, you guys obviously, like you said, it doesn't look like you guys are going through this or that or this, but we are going through that as well right now. So it's maybe we should speak up and let people know that we do matter in this world. This matter in American society. So
right,
that's a huge misconception, and it's just ignorance as well, like Lena said.
like you said, in this life,
Just
go you back to
way back
Africa.
to Africa, man.
One way ticket. One-way ticket.
One way ticket back to Africa.
Yeah, man.
So normally we have a second segment, but today we want to do a special one where we want to thank all our essential workers, our healthcare workers, our frontline workers like
Definitely.
Lena. Thank you so much. Thank you for putting all the work. Thank you for doing what you do, keeping people safe, and trying to educate people,
As well,
making them know that this coronavirus is a real thing. I mean, so
Yeah.
shout out to you. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. You guys have any frontline workers or essential workers you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah. I think every African family has healthcare workers in it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the healthcare
Yes.
workers. I mean, as far as my family, my aunts, my brother, all healthcare workers and all the essential workers, grocery stores and whatnot and everything.
Oh yes.
All the jobs that people don't talk about as much. But
Right.
thanks to everybody, and you guys are literally heroes. We usually don't use those words lightly,
Mhm.
but in this time and what America and the world is going through, you guys literally are the ones, taking care of us indirectly. Yeah, so thank you.
Man, since when I knew you, I finally said thank you for wanting to. This boy. No, I mean, Lena, we want to thank you very much for being with us today, and we're definitely looking forward to having you again. Thanks for putting some light on some things we didn't know about. Continue doing what you're doing. What do you have to say to the people listening? I mean, final remarks.
I just want to thank you guys for having me, and thank you to you also for being a healthcare essential worker. We're very appreciative of you. And just everyone, just continue staying safe. And if you are going to go out into our world that's reopening, just be very cautious. Wear your mask, and do not wear your mask in your cars. If you're gonna wear gloves in public, take them off before you get in your car. Do not drive with your gloves on because you're literally not making a difference. Sanitize, wash your hands, stay safe, and God bless you.
Everybody sanitize.
Funny you said that. Funny you said that because I saw a video of a lady with gloves
Oh
on.
my
But
God.
she was
It
eating
drives me
chips.
crazy. No, I just want to say that I'm not knocking anyone that wears gloves. If you're gonna wear gloves, okay, I understand you, but it's like literally going into the store with your bare hands, going into the store, touching everything, and coming back into your car, touching your face, doing all that. If you're gonna wear gloves, that's smart. You can wear gloves, but take them off because
Right.
if you're keeping it on and doing all your daily other things, touching your car all over the place. I don't touch my car at all. Before I even touch my handle, I sanitize my hands, close my door, sanitize my hands, and then start driving because that's how afraid I am. So
I hope you continue to do this after coronavirus is over.
yes. Oh, trust me.
People like Bell, they use the same gloves. They just put it upside. They use the other side.
It's reversible.
like you used to do with the socks back in boarding school.
Maybe didn't you? One of you guys send a picture of face mask at Target. I saw it somewhere. You can look. There's a mirror there. You put it on and try it and see if it looks good. And put it back.
Yeah, put it back. People are mad, yo.
I'm telling you. But yeah, Lena. So thank you again.
Thank you.
How do people follow you on social media? That's if you want them to follow you. If you don't want them to follow you, it's okay.
I'm more on Instagram than I am on anything else. So
Drop the name. Let me go and be following.
Let me follow. Let me tell people to follow.
Don't leave us.
Don't
leave us. Take us with you.
Oh man, my Instagram is at Lena Barbie. That's very much it. Lena, LENABARBIE.
I have followed. I don't follow.
Lena,
I follow back.
Say that one more time. Let me turn up the volume for the people in the back. Say it one more time.
It's at Lena Barbie. So LENABARBIE.
Fantastic. Belna and Aristide, how can they follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at BelNino27. That's BELNINHO. And if you want to have some good photo shots, I do photography. You can follow me as well on Snaps by Bell. That's where I am.
Yeah, only the best photographer in the Delaware area, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But for me, I'm on Instagram as well. My Instagram name is Aristide M, ARISTIDEM, simple. And yeah, I follow back as well.
Awesome. And for me on Instagram, my Instagram name is bless_me1. Bless_me1. All right, guys.
Can you say it without the underscore real quick? I just want to hear something.
Bless me one. Bless me one.
Okay, now before we end, I put God before and then say it all together.
God bless me one. Anyways, guys, this has been Now You Know podcast, brought to you by Stuck in the Middle. Thanks to Stuck in the Middle again.
Oh yeah.
If you talk them the way you want to talk them. If you want to talk your own, now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know. So thank you guys, and we look forward to the next episode. Thank you, Lena.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye-bye.
Everybody sanitize. Everybody sanitize.
Don't leave me.
Everybody sanitize. Everybody sanitize.
All right.